think I let that play a little too much, playing with my
I think you
background.
did. I know. All right, take that Fox News off the show, Harry. Can you put something that says LoveBabz on there? Can you put something that talks about this show? Something. Good morning, everybody. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. Welcome to LoveBabz, LoveTalk. If it's around 9 o'clock, if it's around, then you got us. I'm Babz, that's Harry. And it's International Women's Day, Harry. Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah, happy.
Harry, you like women, so this is your day.
Love women. But, you know, every day is Women's Day for me, so.
Oh, see, I like that. See? Oh, look what I got again. I'm drinking my my milked oats, Harry, the chocolate. I love this stuff. It's so good. 170 calories, Harry. Vegan. It's got a little cane sugar in it. Well, I can live with that. Sustains energy levels, you know. So, Harry, I have a lot to talk about, Harry. There's so much happening. I just tell you what's happening. Okay, so next week is my last week, Harry. For 2 weeks.
This week was.
No, not
this week. I thought you were off today.
No. Off next. I go into the 18th. I'm off. I'm going to do the 9 o'clock show on the 18th, Harry. I think. No, I think I'm going to take the 18th off. So I'm here until the 17th.
You know, I think I'm going to take.
And then Harry. Then Paul is going to do the following week, the shows for the following week.
Yeah, if Paul is listening right now, I think I should warn him that probably your second week off, I'm going to take it off with you. You know how when I take vacations, you take vacations.
Well, yeah, because I can't do this without you. You definitely could do this without me.
So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a week. You know, I need some time off too.
Yeah.
I need to decompress.
I get it. And so who's going to fill in for you? You got to make a call to Brian? We haven't seen Brian in a long time.
No, nobody could fill in for me. It's difficult to do it remotely.
Yeah.
There's so many.
You'll just leave Paul to his own devices. You'll set him up.
The whole week will be on rerun. Everybody's shows.
Oh, okay.
Will be on rerun. I mean,
well, you better take that up with Paul. I don't got no dog in that fight. I know I will be practicing my Shakira. Hips don't lie.
I hope.
I'm gonna be shaking my hips, Harry. You wait till I get this new hips, Harry. You won't be able to tell me nothing. They'll be like, that damn Rawls-Ivy. She got new hips. Them hips is everywhere. I want people to be around town.
You wanna
switch?
Hips? You wanna switch?
I just want to talk.
So do you
Who's
want
that?
to sit here?
Is that Karen? Hey, Karen.
She wants to, I guess, talk to you, but you gotta.
Hi, Karen.
Where am I?
No, you're like,
Hi, Babz.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to thank you for representing beautiful Black women and always speaking your truth. I celebrate you all the time. Thank you for keeping my baby in check. But most of all, know that I love you and I appreciate everything you do every day. Again, most importantly, speaking your truth for women of color. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I love Karen. Harry, get your hands off her. Harry, get your hands off her. I love your wife.
I was trying to do you remember the Gong Show, the hook?
Yes, you were trying to push.
Or what is the
Gong Show or the other show? I know what show you're talking about, but it was the Gong Show.
Yeah.
Harry, all I saw was your hand on her. Like all you can see was a floating hand arm pushing her. I love your wife.
Trying to give
She's
her
the best. Happy International Women's Day, Sister Karen. So Harry, can I tell you what happened over the weekend?
I feel kind of slighted there because I celebrate women every day too. So
Okay. I said happy Women's Day to you first.
I'm saying, Karen, yeah. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Babs. But I
I'm
celebrate
sorry,
with.
Harry. You know why? Because I'm a woman, Harry.
Oh, makes sense now.
Women's Day.
Makes sense.
Not international, those who support Women's Day.
Okay.
Women's Day.
Oh, so it's literal.
You could take it literal, Harry.
I got it.
So I don't know if Paul is listening or not, because sometimes Paul listens,
Yeah,
sometimes
he's
he
listening.
doesn't.
He's listening.
So listen, Harry, some news happened over the weekend, which I'm quite disappointed about. So Karen DeBose Walton is running for mayor, or she's putting an exploratory committee together this morning. She announced it, and I'm disappointed by it. I'm disappointed by that, Harry.
Why?
You know why? Because I'm so used to mediocrity. I don't know what to do.
What?
Harry, I'm so used to mediocrity. I don't know what to do with that kind of talent. Capable talent. So I just feel some kind of way.
That's true. It is kind of her.
Women are rising up across this country, stepping into their power and majesty, saying, majesty, thinking, to run stuff. I mean, we've been running stuff from behind the scenes, but to run stuff out in the open. So I'm a little disappointed.
Intellectually, she's stepping down a little bit, but
well, yeah, why don't you want this job? Karen DeBose Walton. I have to have her on so she can tell me why she wants this job. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see. I'm just so used to mediocrity, Harry, and lackluster.
That's messed up.
I don't know how to take this news.
I could just see Mayor Elika like
where's she going with that?
What does she mean?
I don't know if we want somebody who's dedicated 27 years of their life to this city. They own a home in this city, they raise their children in this city. I think I don't know if that's a good thing. Talented, one of the few housing authorities in the country that without any real support from HUD is really changing the look of public housing. There's going to be people, Harry, who are just not going to want that kind of amazing change.
Well,
they're not going to be able to see that kind of imagination for the city. I just don't see it.
Well, a lot of this, like for instance, which I thought Stacey Abrams, I misread her power this past election, right? And what I mean by that is that I thought she should have run for president. But she had a different thing in mind, right? She knew that there had to be a person behind the scenes driving, or a driving force behind the scenes.
Who are you talking about?
Stacey Abrams. So I'm saying I misread her, because I thought to myself, she should be at the head. She shouldn't be behind the scenes. But I guess I misread that. Without her, Biden isn't president right now, right? So
without her and without Clyburn.
Well, yeah, without Clyburn initially, right? But then when it came to actually getting out the votes, and not just in Georgia,
in Arizona,
everywhere,
in Virginia. But here's the thing: she had a 10-year plan, Harry. She had a 10-year plan with spreadsheets.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I thought she should have been, at the head of the ticket instead of. But I misread it.
People misread that, and they misread Black women all the time. Her goal her goal is to be president, I believe, but not at this particular moment in time. Because you have to put all the ducks in a row. You have to build your own coalition from the ground up. And I think that's what she is doing and has done. So yeah.
Yeah. So actually without her, I don't think there is a President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. So what I'm saying is that talent applied is an important thing, right? So I love to see people who've been talking a good game, actually get into the game. So
well, there's a lot of people who talk a good game, Harry, that should not be in the game.
I know, but
I wish Ted Cruz would go somewhere and sit down, Harry.
Right, but it's good to see. You're right, and those guys get revealed as the posers who don't really have talent. No. But it's good to see people with talent actually apply their talent.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You know, seeing I saw the press release this weekend that Karen DeBose Walton sent out, her people sent out, and I was like, oh, all right. You know, I don't know if this city, this city has been, in need of real imaginative leadership for some time. And I don't know if people will rise above, being used to mediocrity to join in and have a dynamic and exciting city. I mean, Haven used to be an exciting and dynamic place. I believe it could be that again. So we'll see. There's a press conference today at 4:00 at Wilmot Road out there in West Rock. I think it's West Rock. I think if I read that right, about 4:00. So, people will gather. And I imagine she will state why she's running, that kind of thing. I don't know, Harry. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
this city is used to mediocrity. So I don't know. I mean, white men in this country can wake up every day, Harry, and say, I want to be something, and just go be it.
Yeah.
Regardless of the fact, talent or not. What do you do? I run a garden. Sure.
Oh, your internet is coming in and out.
Oh, is it? Oh, this Wi-Fi thing, Harry. Because I've had it off all weekend, and so what I need to do? I probably should look and see if it's on the right.
Yeah, see if you're connected to the right router.
If it's on the right. Yes, because sometimes it'll not be on the right thing. You taught me that, Harry, and it's not. All right, let me switch it to the right thing.
Yeah,
because it's not.
Yep, and
anyway,
there you go. As you switched, you froze there for a while. So
okay, and now I'm back, right?
Now you're back.
Okay, see, it's on the right thing now. It's on the right thing. Did you watch the? Listen. I'll see what she does. I just worry that that people like mediocrity, and they like lackluster, and they like unimagination, and they like status quo, and I mean, listen, I can't wait till the debates. I'm looking for. I hope there's a bunch. Virtually. I'm sure they'll have to be virtually because we can't gather. But I'm looking forward to.
Don't we open up on the 19th?
What, the city, the country? I mean,
no, Connecticut.
New Haven,
Connecticut.
Oh, are we opening up the 19th? Like, what does that mean, Harry? Like, we could go out?
Yeah, I think Lamont is.
I'm not doing any of that. I'm not going to anybody's. I'm not doing that. Well, I don't know what I'll do. We'll see.
Right, Paul? I think Lamont is lifting all restrictions in the state.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't watch the news on the weekend anymore.
Yeah, so.
Well, we'll see.
A lot of the restrictions. I mean, I think the mask and stuff.
Listen, the masks have gotten rid of all flu, Harry. You know how much there's no flu. Flu has just flown the coop. The masks have gotten rid of all the flu. People's allergies are down. The flu is damn near gone. The mask has really done some amazing things. You know what? That's what I mean. People are not ready for innovation.
Paul said he became a red strategist governor.
He became a what?
A red state strategist governor.
Oh, Lord. You know, because he's getting pressure from all these businesses whining about, we have to open our doors. We can't make any money because our customers, we need to. And I'm not trying to mock them. I mean, my good friend Tim Cabral owns a couple of bars. I want him to prosper. But, you know, at the same time, people, it's a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what lifting all the restrictions are.
I'm not, listen, I don't give a damn what they lift, Harry. I'm not going to participate in any, I'm not going to feel comfortable going anywhere to do all the things that I was doing prior to this pandemic until they say the pandemic is gone. Not with my compromised immune system. I'm not doing that.
Well, yeah, I think my thing is, I don't understand it if you still, they're going to lift the restrictions, but I think they're still going to say, follow the 6 foot guidelines and stuff. So even if they tell you your restaurant is free of restrictions, but you still have to follow the 6 foot guidelines. So you're still gonna, you still won't be able to fit everybody in.
I know. So what's the point?
So
you know, Harry, I've had enough. I just tell you, you know, I've had enough. So anyway, you know, if those who want to go see what Karen Walton is talking about at 4 o'clock, I would go see. I'm not going to go. One, because it's hard for me to get around. And two, you know, I'll catch it on the news. I caught some of it on the news. I try not to watch the news on the weekend, although I try to catch the news like on Sunday evenings, Harry, because weather. I'm interested in the weather, and so I caught the announcement that way. And listen, yes, I mean, you know, she's committed to this town. I don't know why.
I want people to know Babz is in New Haven and I'm in California.
So that's a big announcement that Karen DuBois Walton, and I just wanted to go to News Channel 8 and just correct them on the way they pronounce her name. It got on my nerves so bad I was about to call them up and say, listen, can you all pronounce her name right? Just pronounce it right. But they, you know, they just wouldn't do it.
Names are difficult.
I guess, Harry. But you know what? You got a whole thing. You could practice. What happened to practice?
Like Biden says Kamala's name wrong every time. It's different every time he comes out.
That's all right. Everybody's gonna get that wrong. You're gonna get black girl's name wrong. I mean, poor Markeisha. They spell her name every kind of way but right.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, my daughter's name is Margot. Margeaux.
Oh, wait a minute. You see?
That's French spelling.
Yeah.
The French spelling. And don't you know, every time that we go somewhere and people see it, Harry, they try to sound it out. And then they try to make the sound of an X. And I'm thinking, in school, did you know what the EAU sound is? Oh. EAU is O. Did you not learn that? O. Like Bordeaux, Margot. O. EAU, X is the O sound.
Well, Babz, I'm not French. What do you want from me?
Oh my God. So, yeah. So they always, and then they hear me say it, and then they look at it and they still say it wrong. I'm standing right there, Harry. And this is what happens. We go to the doctors, we go to an appointment. Rawls-Ivy. Oh, okay. Ivy. Yes, Margot Ivy. Margeaux. Oh, that's how you say that? Yes. And then when they call her Harry, you know what they say? Even Suri does this too. Marjokes.
No, honestly, I think a lot of times they're trying to apply what they think you look like to the name, right?
Well, there is that. And then I had somebody, I tell you what, Harry. So I had some little low-key white woman say some ish to me somewhere. And they were like, this is what she said, Harry. Black people have such expressive names. So I just took a breath and I said, well, I think you might be right. But Margot is French.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So they look at the name
and she was like, oh, I didn't know. Of course you didn't know, baby, because you're stupid. I'm gonna rescue you today, but tomorrow you're on your own. It's Margot.
It's the laziness.
I've never seen it like that before. Read much? Do you read much? If you read, you'd see it all the time.
It's the laziness. They see a black girl.
I know. They see a black girl.
They see a black girl and they're like.
I know.
Same thing with me. I get Diaz instead of Dros. So
I know they see it. I see Dros, but I really think he means Diaz.
Right. Yeah, it's like they think I'm so stupid that I spelled my name wrong. So they go Diaz. I'm like, okay.
You're sitting there like, do you mean Dros? No. What's on the paper?
Yeah, and I'll give them my insurance cards and everything, right? So they know it's Harry, legit news.
We do it all the time. It cracks me up. And they'll go, Mark jokes. We're like, do you mean Margot? Oh, is that how you say that? I swear to God, that woman said, I just love the way Black people are so creative and expressive with their names. I said, yeah, there's something to that. However, this is French.
You know what she was thinking? She was thinking, man, even the Black French are creative.
I was like, oh my Lord, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy. Yeah, so Paul sent me the piece that the Independent ran on Karen announcing her exploratory committee, which, listen, if this city is ready for innovation and dynamic leadership, honest to God leadership, then, they'll pick her, they'll vote for her. But, if this city is still wedded to mediocrity and lackluster and, just dullness, then they'll keep pouring white milk. They're not ready for no cafe au lait. And I only say that because, her roots are New Orleans. Her peoples are from New Orleans. And so, that Creole mix is deep. And so, they'll keep pouring white milk if they want white milk. But if you want a little flavor, if you want, I tell you what I admire. And this is whether, she's got to earn my vote just like she's got to earn anybody else's vote. And I'm not endorsing anybody, right? It's too early for me to be saying who I'm going to endorse.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that she's my sorority sister. It doesn't matter that she's been my friend for 30 years. None of that matters. None of that is what matters to me is that this city is well run. And, and if she thinks that she can run this city, I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch, and pay attention. I tell you what, though, I'm going to go over to the Independent and see if any comments have come up, because, I'm interested in hearing what people have to say, about all of this. Although, I wish there was some real deeply thought out conversations, instead of these sound bites, Harry, and these mean. Like, let me do the mean stuff. Like, let me talk mean stuff. I want to see people have much more intellectual jockeying, jousting, intellectual jousting. I want to see that. Not, she's what? Black? It's like when I was watching, I didn't watch Meghan Markle and Oprah and Prince Harry yesterday, because I already know the mess that those royals, here's the thing, Harry, the royals are like any organized crime syndicate. They're going to be all about preserving that monarchy by any means necessary. So this little black girl is not going to come here and topple. Listen, if the queen is not going to get off the throne to give her only son opportunity to be king before he dies, you already know what time it is. She ain't interested in none of their well-being. She wants to stay queen until she dies. This woman should be off that throne. She should have given that throne to her son 40 years ago, 50 years ago, but she won't do it because she likes that position. She has no reason to still be queen. Seriously.
Well, I figure there's something wrong with her son, right? That she doesn't trust him.
I guess that's the message. She'll say that's not the case. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Ain't nothing wrong with them. That's always been wrong with them for thousands of years.
Yeah.
It's just all crazy. So here comes Meghan Markle, and they, Harry, I know damn well they treated her like the help. I know it. You can't tell me the country where racism began. Are you kidding me? I know they drove that woman crazy. And her husband was like, I see it. We're gonna get out of here. And then they stopped talking to them and all this other kind of stuff. I believe it. I believe every word of it, because I have a sense. Listen, the way that his mother died, I would feel some kind of way about them too. I would be like, you know what? Y'all drove my mother, and then you didn't treat my mother right. They didn't treat that woman right. They didn't welcome her. They didn't treat her right. They wasn't respectful. They wasn't nice to her, Harry. They acted like she was going to try to steal the jewels or something. Like, what? So.
Yeah, I mean, I was just reading the comments on the article Paul sent you. There's only 6.
Oh, is there comments there?
Only 6 comments and nothing crazy.
All right, let me go take a look. I'll pull it up.
No, yeah, I didn't see it either.
Oh, but... no, it's 51 comments, Harry.
What? I was seeing 6 comments.
51. There's 51 comments. Wow. I hadn't looked at these.
You're looking at New Haven Independent. I'm looking at the Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Only 6 comments on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I love that people think there's some machine.
I haven't seen the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interview either, but Karen was watching it and Karen was getting upset. My biggest thing is, for me, I don't know, maybe he has my name, Harry, but he seems too weak. He seems too much of a victim for me.
Who? Oh no, I don't think that. I think he did exactly what he should have did for his wife. I think he protected him, because they took all his money from him. So whatever money he uses the money that his mother left him. So I don't think he's weak. I don't think it's weak that any man protects his family.
His father's funding him.
No, his father isn't funding him. His father is not funding him. His father stopped speaking to him. The money he is using is the money that his mother left him. That's the money that he is living on. Well, now that they've got some deals, they've got some other money. But he's like, that's not true. His father's not funding him. His mother's money has funded them and is paying for, that money that she left him is the money that they're living on. But they're talented. She's talented. So
now they got millions from Netflix and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but you know how that works, Harry. They don't just give you that money up front. You have to put a product out there. Because I'm working on a film now, hoping that somebody will pick it up. So they'll tell you this is what we'll pay you once you get the product done. But you have to do the product first. They don't just give you the money. I mean, that's just how that works. So people like to put this misinformation out there without really understanding.
I understand Meghan Markle's, point of view and story.
listen, I'm always going to be on the side of a Black woman.
No, yeah, her. But I'm saying him. I think he's weak for me. But
no, I don't think he's weak. I think
me.
men that will stand up for a Black, because so few men stand up for Black women. So few.
Very weak.
And so he is one of the few that is standing up and says, you know what, let me take my wife and son up out of here. And let me handle this. And I admire any man that'll stand up for a Black woman. And so he's got my respect all the way around. So few men will stand up for Black women.
Karen thinks she's part of the show and she's yelling things out at me over here.
That's right. Didn't you tell him, Karen? So anyway, all right. So I'm back on the New Haven Independent site. So Harry, here's one of the comments that from FC for us. I don't know who this is. These people, I love that they will hide behind these names. I know Paul and I go back and forth about this all the time because he thinks people ought to have the right to say what they want to say without fear of being like,
Paul is very
rocks thrown at them.
Very good. I think Paul knows everybody.
Oh, we all know who it is, but we all play this game. All right, I see you. I know who you are. So anyway, so somebody said KW has been part of the machine a long time, is bright enough and has what she believes are good intentions. Sadly, that's not enough, not nearly enough to be mayor of New Haven. and what is? What? Good intentions is not enough? Oh my God. Okay, to be mayor. What she also possesses is a rigid personality. A rigid personality? An unrelenting opinion that she is always right. Are they just about to say Karen Walton? I know. Now, if you said that about Babz Rawls-Ivy, you might have a modicum of truth there. But Karen Walton, she's like big table. Like she invites people to the table. I'm not to invite people to the table. She's a big table, big tent kind of girl. She is sanctimonious and condescending. What? Activist who prefers to draw lines while convincing herself she's inclusive. People, and none of these people would dare say this in her face, and none of these people would dare put their name on this. That's what makes this all so hilarious to me, that they'll all hide behind these fake names. And here's the thing, Paul knows who everybody is.
Yeah. Paul is like, oh yeah, I know him.
All right, what else? Watch closely and you'll never see her change her mind, concede a position, or admit a mistake. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Now, if you said it about me, that may be some truth to that, but her, I don't think so. Oh my God, people are funny. This is gonna be good. Yeah. Let me see what else. I love all these people. Okay, Harvey Fair. What has Du Bois Walton or Elliker done for New Haven that has included all people for New Haven? More empty promises. What does that mean? What is that? I don't understand when people say all people of New Haven. Do you talk to all people in New Haven? What have you done to help all people of New Haven get what they need? Harvey Fair. What have you done? Yeah. All right, but this is good. Oh yeah, I think she has a lot of support too, Paul. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good race. I mean, here's the thing for me, Harry. She's gonna have to do a lot more because she's a Black woman and she's got a lot of talent and she's got a lot of experience. And so that's gonna, she's got to do way more than he do. All he got to do is show up. All he's have to do is show up. That's what white men do in this country. They show up and say, I want, and therefore it's given. So, we'll see what happens.
Well, I think, people, when somebody shows up and is giving a speech or they write articles or commentary on things, people actually think they're having conversations with the person, right? So, and that's the problem with a lot of voters, that they think opinions that that you're not having a conversation with the person. All you heard is their opinion. Now, if you had a conversation with the person, you know all the details to that opinion. You would be able to ask. So people just take opinions and they pigeonhole you. I mean, to those opinions, they got blinders on, and they don't know, what are your experiences that formulate your opinion. It's a difficult thing, because I read a lot of articles of people and I think to myself, wow, this person has no clue. And then I'll see that person in a conversation, or like when we were in the studio, I would have conversations with people at the table before they went into the room, and you realize that they're more than that pigeonholed opinion.
Oh, I always believe that, Harry. That's why I get so annoyed when I see these comments of because I think we have become lazy citizens. We have become very lazy citizens overall at the congressional level and at the local level. We have become lazy citizens, and it's not just we cannot depend on one person saving us. The work that needs to done to sustain anything is that everybody has to be on deck for this. Saving New Haven isn't just the role of the mayor. It is everybody who voted for that mayor to do their part, right? So no shade to Ellicott, no shade. Well, no, lots of shade to Ellicott. But here's the thing, he gets to wake up every morning and say, I want to be mayor, and therefore goes and be mayor. And nobody questions that. Nobody, no one says, oh, he's crazy. No one ever says he's not qualified. No one says he's not this, that, the other thing. It's like, oh, new blood. Oh, change. You know what he ran on? He ran on, I'm not Tony Hart. Because people were frustrated with Tony Hart. And they couldn't tell you why they were frustrated with Tony Hart, except, well, she didn't do this because I wanted her to do that. She didn't do this. I felt some kind of way about this, And so people just treated it like, oh, I don't know. He just ran on I'm not Tony Hart, so therefore I represent change. What? Now, if Tony Hart would have came out swinging like the time she was on my show, Harry, that in those last days when she came out and said, I was a damn good mayor for this city.
Yeah.
People didn't appreciate her calmness and her collectiveness. They didn't appreciate that. I thought she had no, did I like every choice that she made? I don't even like all the choices I make sometimes, Harry. So I know. I thought Tony Hart was a good mayor. I think I would have liked to have seen her do one more term. Now I know people felt like, well, no, she probably stayed one term too long. That's your opinion. That's fine. But I thought she was good for the city in a lot of ways. And I think she had a cool demeanor. Now, I never thought she was good at putting people around her. I don't think she was good at that, Harry. I think she.
I think
she was troublesome with that.
I think you hit it on the nose with her last election. People felt there was a lack of urgency on her part, and they basically thought to themselves that she really wasn't into the job, and it was just she was a very calm lady.
Yeah, I think she was into the job. I think she just wasn't into the crap, into the parade of it.
Yeah, but when she got strong, like you said on your show, that's the Tony Hart people wanted to vote for.
Yeah, people always want to see you fighting, right? Like everything doesn't have to be decided by a fight. She's calm and collected. So she's like, I'm already thinking 20 feet ahead about what needs to happen, And so I admire people with that calmness. And here's the thing. John DeStefano was mayor for 20 years. 20 years, Harry. 20 years. And he's, and then he left when he was ready to leave. He's like, oh, I'm ready to go now. He didn't get beat. He was like, I'm out.
And he was literally a pit bull, right? So, a lot of
people, Harry.
A lot of people prefer a pit bull.
Oh, well, you know what? They say they prefer a pit bull, but he took a lot of criticism too. Because I hear people say, this is what people would say. Well, if John DeStefano was in office, he would never tolerate that. he wasn't a dictator. Well, yeah, maybe.
Well, that's
Probably
debatable.
was.
That's debatable.
That's debatable, but he ain't back down from stuff. Like he never
Yeah.
backed down from stuff. It's a different thing. Like, I watched people climb all over her, all over Tony Harper about having a detail, Harry, somebody driving her around. And I was like, the chief of police is like, he would feel better if she had a detail, if somebody was driving her around so that she could be protected, because she has long hours. She has to be all over the place. And it just makes, the chief said this, I would feel better knowing if I assigned somebody to her for her working hours. That makes sense, Harry.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want that? You know, you cannot have this woman out here running a city this size without some backup, without somebody having some care and concern about, like Elliker could ride his bike all he want, right? Right? He could ride his bike all he want, but that's a different kind of scenario. That's a different scenario. And I dare say, if he started getting threats, he'd be, you know what? He'd have a different kind of detail too. I just thought that was just so stupid and ridiculous that, and it wasn't like, she was like she's like some queen, but it just made sense from a safety standpoint.
It makes sense. I mean, that was all crap. You did not want people getting into her face as she's,
and people will, right? You've seen it.
Yeah. So that was just all crap. That made sense for her to have somebody there.
Yeah.
It just made complete sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, if this town is ready for a kind of leader that is inclusive, dynamic, forward-thinking, and knows how, Karen is a very calm-headed person. I admire calm-headed people. I really do. I like calm-headed people, and I like people who think down the road, and I like people who can get in a room with people and not lose their head, not lose their brains. And she's not a mean person. She's not a screamer. She's not going to do any of that kind of foolishness. She is a chess player in a world full of checker players. And no shade to checker players, but it's just a different kind of skill set. Just a different kind of skill set,
Yeah, but you still want somebody who's gonna, if they need to scrap.
I think she can scrap.
Yeah.
I don't sleep on no black woman. I don't sleep on no black woman.
because for me, there was a lot of intellectual heckling that Tony went through.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought she should have answered. She should have pushed back more myself. I thought, come on.
No, you know what, Harry? I think you're right. I think she should have pushed back, and I think she should have pushed back hard.
Yeah. So,
because we've seen her do it. We've seen her do it a couple of times, right?
She was capable. It's just
when she was debating that little Marcus, what is it, Paca? And she smacked him down. She's, boy, come here. Let me show you something.
She took him to school.
So Elliker is gonna have to do better than I'm not Tony Hart, because he damn sure can't say I'm not Karen Walton. What are you gonna do? How you gonna spin that? So especially when you start laying out, well, this is what I've done in this city for 27 years. How long have you been here? What have you done? Where do you live? What do you do? You own something here? What do you invested? So I mean, those are legit things. I mean, listen, I'll see. I just feel like if this city wants something other than mediocrity, if the city wants something other than same old dull, I mean, there's just a laundry list of things that I want for this city, that I want for this city to make it a dynamic city, to return it to its, well, I don't know if I could say return it, to allow it to have a brighter day in the sun. It deserves that. It deserves that. So we'll see what happens today at 4:00. If y'all are so inclined, go and hear what you got to say. I mean, I'm a wait for the reviews. I'm sure the New Haven Independent will be out there and they'll cover it, and I'll wait. And there's a lot of opinions over there. There's 51 comments. You know, everybody's got an opinion. You know, it's like buttholes. We all got one.
Yeah, buttholes and elbows. Everybody has one.
Buttholes and elbows. Listen, you know, I don't know if this town is ready for energy and talent and and commitment of that level. I don't know. Maybe we still like lackluster and mediocrity. I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see. I just know what she has done over there has been amazing. So
see, what I like about Paul's site is the New Haven Independent, our site, is that he's really an investigative reporter, right? So if you comment something, Paul is on a mission. He wants to know who you are. Like I know he asked me one day, so under what name do you comment on New Haven Independent? I'm like, I rarely comment, Paul, but if I'm gonna comment, I comment under Harry. Don't worry about that. I don't hide behind anything.
I don't hide behind nothing either. Well, when he first started, Harry, I had a name, but not because I didn't want to hide. I thought I was hiding behind my name. I just thought I was being cute. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I just thought I was being cute, right? And the name that I used all over I used it on all the sites in those early days. And then when I started seeing people hide behind this stuff and saying stuff that they ordinarily wouldn't say, I was like, oh no, I don't want to be like that. I'm gonna say what I want to say under my name so people will say it. And I picked the time, you know, when it was the most difficult for me to use my own name, you know, because listen, when I went to prison and I came out, well, before I went to prison and I made my statement and they ran the whole statement and people commented, I commented under my own name because I want people to know I ain't scared of none of you people. I'm not afraid of none of you. And maybe I deserve every mean word that was hurled at me. I don't care. I'm not going to be afraid. And so I walk in that kind of truth. So if I'm a comment, it's going to be Babz Rawls-Ivy said. It's not going to be, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
pink glasses wearing girl, 25. You know, it's not going to be.
No, well, that's how I feel. I'm like, if you know, I am whatever you say I am to you, right? Because everybody's point of view is relative, right? So if you think I'm a crazy racist or whatever it is you decide you're going to put on the Puerto Rican, that's on you.
And you know, listen, Harry, I get it. People are like, well, I don't want to say something. I might say something that might get me in trouble with my job. Well, what the hell are you saying that'll get you in trouble on your job? You know, because if you're being a whistleblower, that's a whole different kind of dynamic. But if you just on the site waxing poetic and just spewing your just making up some mess and just saying what you really want to say, but you know you can't say this in the company of your coworkers or your friends or your church family or whatever, whoever you roll with, because you don't want them to know how you really feel. See, that's the thing that I don't like, Harry. These people get on these sites and they wax poetic. They run their mouths. They don't have the courage to put their name on it. And then they walk amongst you, right? They're all amongst you. We all at the same fundraisers. We're all at the same meetings. We're all at the same, and they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. That's what they are. So they want to, oh, hey, Babz. Hey, Paul. Hey, Harry. Oh, hey. And then they get home. I hate that bitch. I hate her. Oh.
Be careful.
Right, Harry? Have a nice day, Karen. So that's the problem I have, that people are disingenuous. And listen. I understand that, you know, you might have some information that might cost you your job or your standing. But that's not what we're talking about here. People who make these statements, Harry, they're not sharing any information that's going to topple over any corporate wrongdoing. They're not toppling corporate wrongdoing. They're just saying, I want to be able to say what I want to say, but I know I can't say this because it's not politically correct, or people will look at me, or I'll be shunned, or people will be mad at me. And I'm thinking, if that's how you gotta weigh what you say, then maybe you ought to rethink what the hell you are saying. If you're gonna get caught out like that,
well, you
that's
see,
how I feel.
that's exactly it, right? So I don't have that issue, right? So I comment on everything.
I don't have
So
that issue either.
yeah, I don't have that issue. So I comment on everything. And if you think me commenting on certain things, that's your issue, not my issue. So I keep it moving. I
Yeah.
keep it moving. I don't care what people think about me. Never have. And now at my age, to start caring about what people think, that'll be the wrong way to go.
But there are some people that got their pseudonyms up, who are very thoughtful about what they're saying. And
I
just
try to be
want to
thoughtful.
just want to be thoughtful and say what they want to say without having to sort of continue these conversations in spaces, without having to continue these conversations in places that they don't want to continue it. And that's the other part of why I would imagine people would put up a pseudonym. I get that part, that you want to be able to say what you want to say and then not have to continue the conversation under your own name.
Right.
When you're in the streets. I got no problems with that. What I have a problem with, Harry, is that these people get on there and they whine and then they make stuff up. They don't do their due diligence. They say all these things that's borderline meanness and half truths and all that. And I think the New Haven Independent does a damn good job of trying to police a lot of that, but it's a thin line, very, very thin line, very, very thin line.
Yeah, I have a problem with people wanting to start the conversation that should be had, but you want to do it in the dark and never come out that dark. Your conversation wants to stay in the dark. You don't ever want to say who you are. For me, I do have a problem with it. Your opinion may be controversial, but you should say it. And you should own it. That's the thing. I think people don't own their opinions and they backpedal immediately. And it's just
as we see from the insurrectionists. They're all in court, Harry. I didn't mean it. I mean, it wasn't supposed to go like this. How was it supposed to go?
They should own their opinions and fight go by whatever law is on the books. But always be true to your belief system, your opinion. Now, if you're a horrible person, admit you're a horrible person and move your way to growth. Or if you want to stay that horrible person, stay away from people.
Smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers.
Yeah, that's why I prefer seeing them coming. I don't want them hidden under those sheets.
I get it. I get it. I see a lot of, I see more of the reasons for why people do it than I do for not. I just feel like some of these people, it's just some of the comments are just, are rooted, are dipped in meanness in a way that if you know who these people are, you would question, their integrity, right? Like, why would you say that? Like, why would you say that under this, but you wouldn't say it any other, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel, But I get why people do it. I get it. One, you don't want to continue to have the conversation offline with other people. I get that. Two, you just want to be able to say what you want to say, hit it and quit it, and that's it, and you feel free, you feel some freedom in waxing poetic about whatever, and you can pick up your pseudonym and put it down whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's brave being a Twitter warrior and stuff like that.
Ah,
I don't get it.
warrior.
I would never get it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, as I think about, when I think about, when during the civil rights movement, when Martin Luther King and Reverend Abernathy and all these cats, they were very young people, Harry. They were in their 20s doing this, and people were so against them. I mean, even Black churches were against, a lot of the work that they did, and they, people said all kinds of things about them. And people were like, same kind of stuff that I see on the New Haven Independent. Who do you think you are, and why do you do that? But here's the thing, and this is what I always say, Harry. Those very same people will benefit from the good work that other people are willing to do for the better good of humanity. Do you know what I mean? Like all these people who are yapping and running their mouths and talking ish and ain't put their foot in no boot to be in the streets to protest for nothing. They will benefit from the people who do. That's the beauty of a democracy. That is the beauty of freedom. That even though you are problematic, or you are a roadblock to progress, you will benefit from the good work that these protesting people are doing. You will benefit from the gains made by people who are willing to put their bodies and their intellect out there for a better way. See, and for me, that's what makes all this all right for me, because for every person on that New Haven Independent site who is saying, Dr. Du Bois Walton is this, that, and the other thing, and not in a kind way, they're going to benefit. Should she become mayor, they're going to benefit from her leadership. They're going to benefit from her leadership. So, and they're not going to come back and give her the credit for that either. They're gonna continue their whatever, but they will benefit from her leadership, just like the city benefits from her leadership. So that's where I am with that. Do I think she'll be a fine mayor? I have no opinion about this, and it's not because I don't want to have an opinion. I want to watch and see how all this plays out, because I've been watching Black women across this country for many years do things to make this country a better place. It has been on the backs of Black women to hold America to her ideals. It has been on the backs of Black women, and that ain't nothing new. So name calling, disparaging character, whatever. And where I stand today, Harry, there's nothing that anybody can say to me that can hurt me these days. What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
What? What are you gonna do? I mean, unless you come over here and push me down with my cane. I mean, that would hurt.
No, definitely. I mean,
but after the 19th, though, don't come for a sister. Don't come for a sister.
That's how I felt for a very long time. What are you gonna do to me because of my opinion? And by the way, my opinion brushes right up against almost everybody on everything. I am the nonconformist, so everybody usually has issues with me, and that's the fun part of Harry.
Yeah. So but I tell you, I will say this, and I'm gonna shut up about this campaign stuff. I think anybody, and this goes to Elliker too, and this is, and I want people to be clear, this is not a dislike of him. Like, I don't personally roll with him. I don't drink with him. I don't get down with him. I don't know anything about him. I just know historically that white men in this world can say they want and go and do it. We say it, and we gotta talk to 50 million people. I mean, it's just a whole different dynamic. what I want to say is this. It takes a lot of courage and heart to run for office. It takes a lot of soul searching to do it. And while people will throw their shade and eggs and bricks, it really takes a special kind of person to say, I'm gonna run. Whether you like them or not, whether you think they have talented or not, whatever. People can say whatever they want, but until you step into that light and say, I want to run, I don't care if it's for the Board of Education, I don't care if it's for the alders, I don't care if it's city town council, I don't care if it's for the zoning board. It really takes a lot to sort of stand in that light and say, you know what? I feel so strongly about the direction that I want to move this in, that I'm going to do all that I can to move in that direction. And for me, I admire anybody that runs for office. I do. Whether I like them or not, Harry, whether I agree with them or not, whether I think they're competent, whether I think they are talented or not, it takes a lot of heart to do it. It really does. It takes a lot of heart. And you have to have skin made of iron to deal with people and their foolishness. But at the end of the day, Harry, the good that you do, even those naysayers will benefit. They will benefit from the good that you do. And that's just what it is. Listen, I watch Batwoman. Listen, when Batwoman fights crime in Gotham, the people that hate Batwoman benefit from Batwoman. Because when she makes the streets safe, she don't just make the streets safe for some. The streets get safe for everybody. So you can say like, oh, Batwoman is a vigilante. All right, she might be. But are you safer? Do you sleep better at night when you walk the streets knowing, Batwoman is out there? I feel a little bit better. Even though I know she's a vigilante, I benefit from her out there. Just saying. Yeah, I watched the CW. I like Batwoman. Young sister with the big poofy Donna Summer hair. I love it. Love it.
I still haven't caught it. Oh wow, I forgot the call letters.
Oh, call letters. Come on, let's do our FCC housekeeping.
Oh wait.
From New Haven, Connecticut. And you're listening to WNHHLP.
It sounds like the down in the background.
Streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
This is Harry Droz, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, New Haven.
All right. Yeah, I haven't caught Batwoman yet.
It's good. It's good, Harry.
I'm still watching Black Lightning.
I've given that up, but I guess I could.
I mean, it's gotten very weak, the writing, but I'm in it for the actors.
I know. Are they coming up on the final season, or are they just still gonna let this train roll?
I'm not. I don't know. I think they should end it, but I don't know. I tune in every week.
Well, if you don't tune in, Harry, they won't. They'll end it because
I know, but they, some of them look so nice in their outfits.
All that talent, Harry.
That's right.
Harry, let me tell you who's going to be our guest this week, because we got an amazing lineup this week, Harry. I'm trying to get it all in. Like I don't know why I packed this week so heavy. These next 2 weeks I packed them. So tomorrow, Harry, we got the filmmakers on who did the documentary, the film on the cops. They're coming on with the senator. They're coming on tomorrow at 9:30. I'll send you all the information. But they're the ones that did that film on cops. Oh, I don't have my notes in front of me. And then I have Barbara Fair and Ann Massaro coming on at 10:15 tomorrow, Harry, to talk about solitary confinement. So that's going to be a heavy conversation because I want to hear about that. And then Wednesday, Harry, I got the women who wrote Broken America. They're coming on Wednesday at 9:30. Broken America, Seeing, Understanding, and Ending U.S. Poverty. And 2 women wrote this book, and Joanne Samuel Goldblum and Colleen Shattuck. So I'm looking forward to talking to them about this. This is one of these, it's one of these things that I wish I just committed the whole 2 hours to talking to them, because it really probably should have 2 hours, but since we can't. And then Troy Johnson from the African American Literature Book Club is coming back tomorrow morning, and we're going to specifically talk about book clubs and lit festivals and what that does for book sales and Black authors overall. So he's coming back on. So I done had him on twice. So I love that I can have these longer conversations with people. I can have them on 2 and 3 times to continue a bigger conversation. So I'm excited about that. Thursday, Harry, I forgot who's on at 9:30 on Thursday, but let's see. Thursday. Anyway, I've got the people, my sister Robin Gwathney and my girlfriend Bet Allen. I had them on. I had Bet on about the Light and Truth lamps. So she's coming back on with my sister, so we can have a bigger conversation and show off the newer lamps. There's some more lamps that she has created for this fundraiser, and then Friday, Harry, this is going to be tough. Friday, I've got Natalie Bonafé. She is an end-of-life doula. She's coming on Friday, Harry, to talk about how to get people prepared for, their final days. And I'm bringing her on because my friend Clark, has cancer, and she is his end-of-life doula. And he suggested that I bring her on so we could talk about this, as she is helping him get prepared for his final days. And at first I didn't think I had the wherewithal to talk about this, but after talking to Natalie offline, I think this is such a good idea, Harry. So she's coming on Friday to talk about end of life and how to prepare for that. And then next week, my last few days before surgery, I've got Earl Folks, who's coming on. I've got Nico Whedon, who's coming on. I've got Emily Bernard, author, poet. She's coming on. So these next couple of weeks, Harry, Earl Folks, Harry, is doing something, the Connecticut Wealth Management, in partnership with the United Negro College Fund. So they're going to come out and talk about a project that they're working on together. So I'm excited to talk about that because, I was Miss UNCF at Barber Scotia College. And so that is such a big deal. And so it's good to know that the UNCF is still going strong and raising money for kids. So we've got a good bunch of shows. I feel like, Harry, I feel like I'm making a run for an Emmy.
It's ratings week.
Ratings. Harry, we need an award. Paul, we need to make an awards thing. I don't know how we would do that. We just give each other awards. Can we just get awards? We need awards. It's time. I'm sorry. Babz is rap mogul. Babz is rap mogul. Babz as rap mogul. I'm looking forward to it, Harry. Listen, I can get out there and walk across the stage and say some words. Why not? Why can't I? Everybody else is doing it. Why can't I do it? Give me a good beat. Oh, the indies. We need to win an award, Harry. We need to win an award. Can we get an Emmy? Can we put our show for an Emmy? Somebody nominate us? Can we get a Pulitzer? No?
I don't know.
A MacArthur Fellow? Can we anything? No?
Low Power Radio Award.
Yeah, somebody's got it. We have to find out, Harry. It's time. We need to win an award now. It's 4 years in. We should have some statues. I don't care. Paul, find out, Paul. It's time for us the WNHH needs to win some awards now. I mean, we've been in the New York Times, for God's sake, a big giant article in the New York Times. It's time for us to win some awards. the indies.
That's right. Babz is like, it's time. So if Babz says it's time, it's time.
Time. We need some
So-
awards.
She needs a couple of, little golden statues behind her.
That's right. little golden toilets. Oh no, our show is not crap. Our show is good. I think I'd like little sunshines, like a sunshine on a pedestal or something, to brighten your day, like that kind of thing. We or something. We need some awards. It's time. Somebody should give us an award now, because I think. Listen, what we do here is good work, good community service.
Very good community service.
Good
All right,
community service.
I'm gonna step away for a little bit. I don't know if you need to step away, but
Yeah, let's take a break.
take a.
What you
real
gonna
quick
play? You
break.
gonna play some music? Play Can you play some? Oh no, we can't play real music. That's right.
No, you can't play real music.
Okay, well play whatever you want, and we'll step away and we're back on the other side. There's a smile
we'll be
in your
right back.
face. All the time they want to take you away.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at New Haven Independent.
Moving to Hill, West Hills, New Hallville, from Goatville to Upper State, our neighborhoods make us great. New Haven, New Haven, many voices, one song. Fair Haven to the heights, Mixwell down to Twice, Audubon, Edgewood, Mill River, Bishop Woods, New Haven, New Haven, many voices, one song. Trowbridge Square, Wooster Square, Kimberly Square, Chatham Square, 9th Square, Jocelyn Square, West Rock to East Rock, Annex, Morris Cove, Beverly and Beaver Hills, City Point, Cedar Hill, New Haven, New Haven, all our voices make us strong.
Welcome back. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio. All right.
All right. It's nice out today, Harry. It's all bright, although it's cold. But it's supposed to get up in the 50s this week. People are going to lose their minds, Harry. People are going to be outside in shorts.
It's actually got, they said some places will be in the 60s.
Oh, Lord. Next week, all these COVID numbers are going to be spiking because people are going to be crazy.
Well, you know, might as well, right? It is America.
I'm sorry, what now? It's like these governors. Oh, yeah. We want you to follow the rules, but we're going to open up everything. If that ain't mixed messaging, I don't know what is. But you know, these governors are feeling the pressure of these businesses, like everybody, and not just the businesses, the people who want to go out, Harry. They feel like, I just want to go out. That's why these sci-fi movies do us a disservice, because people will not come together to fight off a known enemy. We can't even get people to wear masks and to get through a pandemic. So imagine if an alien really did show up, Harry, and was killing us.
Well, you know, you sent me a link to the, what was it? Is it FEMA getting ready for the zombie apocalypse?
Zombie apocalypse.
Now, if that's not, that
freaked me out, Harry.
Yeah, if that doesn't worry you in the middle of a pandemic, that our government is preparing for a zombie apocalypse in the middle of a pandemic, I don't think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, was that supposed to be a joke? we see that already. You had squirrels and stuff in Canada who had the zombie disease that they were animals bugging out, delirious from some zombie disease that they had.
Yeah.
And not rabies, because we know rabies. It was some kind of zombie thing. And now the Canadian government has had a plan in place for a while for the zombie apocalypse. I thought it was a joke when they did it, but now that our government is doing it, I don't think it's that funny.
No.
It's like,
Harry, when I saw that, I was like, I have to send this to Harry right now. Because this is just too crazy.
And
listen, we already talked about this. We already know it's coming, Harry. It's just a matter of time. Because these viruses are going to get out of control, and we're going to see some. People can call me crazy all they want, Harry. They could say I'm making too much of this. Now, I'm not suggesting tomorrow this will happen, but I guarantee you, at some point, we're going to be fighting a very similar situation in the future.
Well, I was reading that I think it's Harvard that they had created miniature brains, right? Neanderthal brains.
What else would you do with all that talent?
Neanderthal brains, Babz, so that they could try to figure out the evolutionary process from the Neanderthal to us. And in the article, it kind of says, don't worry, these aren't conscious brains. And I'm like, okay, so now they're dealing with consciousness, right? So when somebody tells you, don't worry,
be happy.
To me, it's like, oh,
you better worry.
Worry. So these brains that they have in these little test tubes have a consciousness.
Wait, and people get excited, get all worked up about abortion tissues and all that kind of stuff, but you're not worried about them messing around with brains that they
I know, creating brains. Oh man.
I'm like, do you know what the brain is? The brain is the hub for all the things that happen,
Well, don't worry, Babz.
No.
Now keep in mind they are firing up these brains. These brains are going through a thought process. But don't worry, there's no consciousness in these brains. So what they're saying is,
how do you know?
This is an ethical thing. Don't worry. This is ethical.
# brain lives matter.
Yeah, it's like, what?
All right, I take my zombie apocalypse stuff very seriously. And I know people think that is far-fetched. I do not think it's far-fetched. I think we are on the cusp of some foolishness like that. We're going to come across something that we are not going to be able to deal with. I hope that I'm long gone. I don't want to be an old lady trying to run from zombies.
Well,
I don't want to be 80 years old, Harry, trying to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Well, at least you're getting your hips done, right? At least you're getting prepped. When I read that article, I was thinking to myself, oh man, my knees need to get done.
Yes.
If I got to run from a freaking zombie, the zombie can't be faster than me. We're both going down the street like this.
Hurry up, Harry. Come on, Harry.
And you can't tell which one is Harry.
Run, Harry, run.
Somebody comes to help you and you're like, help Harry. And he's like, which one? They both walk the same.
Oh my God. What is the film, Harry? What is the film where he's running? He's like, the time.
Forrest Gump.
Run, Forrest, run. Run, Harry.
Yeah. And people, people could think we're crazy all they want, but
I think
this
we're
is
way past people thinking we're crazy, Harry.
But the thing is this showed up on the FEMA site, so
yes, Harry.
If it's FEMA putting it out there.
Now I don't know, like, so Dr. Carson is no longer running HUD, right? Is HUD under FEMA? Is FEMA under HUD?
No.
Okay. Because I was like, then I could chalk it up to that kind of foolishness.
No, I don't think it's foolishness. I think, I mean, there's plenty of studies. This COVID-19 came from a study in 2001 that the Rockefeller Foundation and Bill Gates, they had predicted this COVID-19 problem right now. So there's studies out there that I guess are predicting zombies walking the streets. So we just gonna.
I think we're closer to zombies than you know it, Harry. You throw in addicts with a pandemic. You throw in drug addiction, addicts. Addicts. You mix in a pandemic of some sort with the COVID or SARS or Ebola.
Well, I mean,
you throw all that into a cauldron. You gonna make
go and look up people who on high on bath salt.
No, I'm not doing that.
Some of them look like zombies. It's like
scary. Nope.
It's like, okay, yeah, zombies are possible.
No. I don't need to see it. So now I need to go back and watch The Walking Dead so I can figure out the tools I need.
Oh, and then you have,
because I'll be 80 when this happens.
You have Elon Musk testing his Neuralink on primates, on apes and monkeys.
I need Elon Musk to just take a long vacation.
Also, what does that show you? Elon Musk is testing his Neuralink on monkeys. He's going to Mars. To me, that's the perfect Planet of the Apes scenario, don't you think? Right? You see Planet of the Apes? You come back, Elon Musk has made the monkeys smarter than humans with the Neuralink, and they've taken over. Imagine that.
Yes. No, Harry, it's all there. It's all there. You just have to do your due diligence. It's all there, laid out. It's like a roadmap.
I tell you what, if he names his monkey Cornelius, I'm done.
No, that'd be too obvious. You need an obscure reference, Harry.
Yeah.
You need an obscure Planet of the Apes reference. Do you know what I mean? Because I know they're just waiting. I don't trust Elon Musk. He scares me. That kind of money and that kind of time. Like, can't you just, can you discover something else? Can you go spend your money and time on eradicating something instead of, what are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to get to Mars, trying to.
Well, you know what? They've spent, all of these places have spent a lot of money on eradicating hunger, and
there's still hungry people.
Well, there's hungry people because they allow them to be hungry, but they've actually formulated proteins that you are able to survive on in, circumstances where there's no food and stuff around. There's hunger because we just can't run the world without hungry poor people.
Well, because we like it.
Right.
I mean, there's some real, I mean, this notion of,
well, it's part of the power structure.
Yes, Harry, you took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you for helping with that, because and I'm looking forward to talking to Joanne Samuel Goldblum and Colleen Shaddix, their book Broken America, Seeing, Understanding, and Ending U.S. Poverty. I surmise that we are not interested in that. We're not interested in that. We can't make no money on that, so which is a shame.
Nope.
Which is a shame.
Nope. I think we fool ourselves when we think that the government doesn't have already the ability to give us free energy, free this, free that. I just think they would never do that because of the economic and power structure of the rich, right? So if they make us all equal,
Yeah.
who has the power, right? So I think right now you have different governments using direct energy weapons, which basically run on nothing, right? So the science is there to apply it to our grid, our electric grid, and all of that stuff. It's never gonna happen as long as there's a power structure the way we have it right now, and because the rich need the poor.
Yeah. Well, we're not. Listen, we're not inciting revolution.
No,
I'm not
this
suggesting
is not an
that.
insurgency.
No, I'm not.
Stop.
So listen, I was in Dwell this weekend, last week, and I bought these earrings. You see these earrings, Harry? They're beautiful. They're the evil eye and a heart, which I love. I bought these at Dwell.
What evil eye?
Well, the evil eye is the
all-seeing eye.
Well, they call it the evil eye, the all-seeing eye. Yes, so that wards off evil spirits and that kind of thing. I need to probably put it on my daggone forehead, right? So
you're talking about the third eye.
I need some eyes, Harry. Third eye, evil eye, all-seeing eye. I need some eyes. But I thought and I have a thing for hearts. But I've been wanting the eye, the evil eye, to ward off evil. And I've been and so I picked these up at Dwell. They had them in Dwell. So I love going to Dwell. So yes, I was downtown. I think it was Thursday or Friday. I was downtown. I happened to be downtown, and I had to go to the post office. And so when you go to the post office, I come through town, and there was some parking right in front. So when I see some good parking, Harry, even if I have nowhere to go, I'm gonna park because it's just a joy. Like, oh, real parking. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. So, what are you doing, Harry? Popping in and out?
No, my camera just disappeared and then reappeared. So.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. What so is it you're going through a superstitious period right now because you're going into surgery or something? So you're
I hadn't thought about that, Harry. No, I think I've always sort of, I've always been sort of interested in other cultures, spiritual protection kind of things, I think I've always been sort of, particularly if it's indigenous. Now this is very commercialized. This is fashion. It's fashion.
See, I'm like the opposite. I like to test fate, right? So it's like somebody told me X's are bad luck, so I went and put X's on my elbows, right? So I'm the opposite. I'm always seeing, let's see if it really affects somebody.
All right, so this is considered a talisman, right? So this is it's a talisman. It's a talisman to ward off the evil eye, I guess. I don't know. And if it's red, it is more protection. I guess, Harry.
So ward off, not attract.
Ward off. So blue is for good luck, green is for happiness, and red is for protection and courage.
So anybody who's looking at the screen right now who would normally cut their eyes at you are closing their eyes. They're like,
yeah, let me take a look at this. Because I want to make sure I'm wearing the right damn thing. All right, so it's blue. So I've got the blue. So the red is correct. The red is correct. And then the blue is for good luck. There's no green in this, but the green would be for happiness. And then the red is for protection and courage.
All right.
Yeah. And then, you know, the sparkly is just for you know, bling.
For the bling.
It's for the bling. Yeah. I really wasn't a fan. These really kind of creep me out, Harry, but because it's enclosed in a heart, it sort of softened it for me. And I was like, you know what? This is probably the better one that I like. So I would just yeah, so this is my little talisman, a blinged out talisman, to protect me for all of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm down. So yeah, no, I don't feel like I need it for surgery. Like I don't, although I did put up a post over the weekend, Harry, telling people that I am having this surgery and that to pray for me. And I've got like 150, 60 people who are going to pray and pay attention on that day. And, you know, so the doctor said it's about a 2.5-hour surgery. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
good with it.
you know, people, religious people are good for that. Always good for prayer.
Yeah. Although my grandma said, you don't want everybody praying for you. Oh my God, Harry. Oh, you don't want everybody praying for you, baby. I was like, okay, grandma. I don't know how I can stop them, but okay.
That's true, right? Because that falls in the devil. But the devil believes.
Right,
Okay.
don't get my grandmama mad.
The devil believes. Yep. Yeah.
I don't need to wake up and be dreaming about my grandmama. She come visiting me because she be like, I heard you, baby, on the radio. You know, my grandmother's been dead for 40, 50 years. Like, I'm not trying to disturb her peace. I'm just saying. And so yeah, so I don't know if I'm culturally appropriating or misappropriating wearing these symbols. So it's not unique to any one culture, Harry. There's a lot of cultures sort of have this kind of thing. But the wearing of the eye is protection against evil stares and jealousy, you know. So yeah. So that's why I got it, because I just thought, all right, let me just rock it. I don't know if it'll protect me against zombies. First of all, zombies not going to get close enough to me to check it out. Yeah, so maybe it's a good idea that I'm getting these hips done, Harry, so that I can outrun. Although I'm thinking probably in my 80s. Like, I think we got some time before the zombies overtake us. I think we have time. But I think we're moving in that direction. I do.
I don't think we have a lot of time. I think
Really? You don't think we have a lot of time?
I think we're gonna spiral out of control pretty soon. You have the South American and African anomaly, right? The electromagnetic field is dwindling in South America and over parts of Africa. So
okay, look at the time, Harry. Ooh, we gotta go.
So I think we're gonna spin out of control. I mean, you have the poles moving, the North and the South Pole are moving right now.
Oh my God.
So yeah, the world is gonna do something pretty soon.
Oh my Lord. Lord have mercy.
I don't know. And then you have, like I said, stuff is gonna start falling out the sky over, I guess, around Argentina and parts of Africa.
Okay, Harry.
So literally, we're gonna be able to say the sky is falling. The sky is falling. So,
all right. So yeah. So tomorrow, Harry, at let's see, at 9:30, I've got Sergeant Mike Fumiati, Jennifer McShane, Ernie Stevens, and Senator Christine Cohen. They're coming on to talk about this film that they've worked on that they made that is getting some reviews and raising some some questions, and it is helping raise up some issues around some stuff around the state legislature. So it'll be a good conversation tomorrow. So 9:30 them, and then 10:15 Barbara Fair and Ann Mazzaro to talk about solitary confinement. So tomorrow's shows will be a little bit heavy. So if people are feeling some kind of way, don't do the whole 2 hours if you can't. Come back and see some of it or whatever, because I think that's a lot. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think it'll be good. So
Yep.
thank you,
All right.
Barry. We'll be back tomorrow with guests.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back like Arnold.
You gonna play some music?
I am gonna play.
I want to take your place, the Backstabbers.
Did you hear the Paul's remix before you got on? I'm gonna play it again. We're gonna go.
Is that my house? Whose house?
Many voices, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
From Westville to the hill, West Hills, New Hallville. From Goatville to Upper State, our neighborhoods make us great. New Haven, many voices, one song, Fair Haven.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something with